What's going on, fantasy football fans? I'm your host, Hussein the Brain, and you're watching The Couch. Welcome to my Week 6 waiver wire pickups video. Before we get into some of the best waiver wire pickups for this week, let's talk about some of the worst performances from last week. My top 3 fantasy woes from Week 5 are Lamar Miller. I didn't think he'd have a great game, but thought he'd do a little bit better and be more involved in the game, get a lot more touches, do better with those touches. Jarvis Landry, I thought this guy had the highest floor. He had a pretty bad game. I see him having a bounce back game this week though. And one of the biggest fantasy disappointments was Eli Manning. I thought this was gonna be a great shootout game, both quarterbacks going at it, but man, Eli Manning, such a disappointment. Giants offense, such a disappointment. That was just terrible, not what I expected. Before I get into my waivers, the 2 teams that are on bye for Week 6 are the Minnesota Vikings and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Don't start any of those guys on those 2 teams. A lot of quarterback pickups, of course. I mean, it's really deep position, but and there's very few elite quarterbacks to start, but nonetheless, there are some really good ones to pick up if you need a quarterback. My top 5 quarterback pickups are Carson Palmer. He's owned in just about every league, but some people may drop him this week, so be on the lookout for that. So Carson Palmer going against the Jets. I see him having a great game this week. And me as a Phillip Rivers owner, I'm probably going to bench Rivers and start Carson Palmer. I'm expecting him to play this week. Last week he missed the game because of a concussion. Andy Dalton, he's getting Eifert back really soon, so keep tabs on Eifert's status. Blake Bortles going against the Bears. Keep tabs on the win that game. Could be a windy game, may not be. Who may not be able to know with those Chicago wins. They're always crazy. Jameis Winston, keep in mind he's on bye. And Tyrod Taylor playing against the Niners. That up-tempo offense should get a few more snaps for the Bills offense. And hey, I picked this guy up in my dual quarterback league, the Instagram Experts League. Colin Kaepernick. I got him ranked pretty high. Now, temper expectations, but the upside is really, really high for Kaepernick. He's going to be the starter. He's playing in that Chip Kelly offense, and I really like him because of the upside. Not a guy you want to start, except if you're in a dual quarterback league and you need to, a deep or a super deep league maybe. But a guy that you definitely want to at least keep an eye on, and I think he's a good QB too. There's a lot of options out there, like Tyrod Taylor has been underperforming, Carson Palmer, Eli Manning, and you got a guy like this, Kaepernick, with upside. So at least the minimum, keep an eye on Kaepernick. Watch the Week 6 game really close when they play in Buffalo. Alex Smith, great matchups. I've been talking about him for a few weeks. I like him against the Raiders. I like him for the next couple weeks as well. Brian Hoyer. Cutler sucks, so Brian Hoyer may be the starter the rest of the year. I think Cutler is terrible. I think Hoyer is 2, maybe 3 times better than Cutler. Tony Romo should be the starter when he comes back, which should be around Week 8. We don't know though. I give Tony Romo about a 60% chance that he'll be the starter when he comes back. That's really all I can say. Marcus Mariota, I don't think he's very good, but he has a very good matchup against the Browns. Trevor Siemian playing Thursday night against the Chargers. Brock Osweiler playing against the Colts. We got Ryan Fitzpatrick. I see him having playing much better the remainder of the season if they can stay healthy and get Decker back. We see how Fitzpatrick was just horrible with Decker hurt. I mean, I think there's a pretty obvious correlation here between Decker's health and Fitzpatrick playing well. No excuse for Fitzpatrick though. That the play has been horrible. Not an excuse, but I just want to say that I do think he will be better when and if Decker does come back. Ryan Tannehill, horrible quarterback, could have a bounce back game against the Steelers though. And much deeper leagues, keep tabs on Josh McCown. He should be returning here in a couple weeks. I think he's trying to play Week 6, but I don't know if that's going to happen at all. And Derek Anderson, if Cam Newton is out. I believe Cam Newton will play this week though. For running backs, we have a messy situation here on the Carolina Panthers, but still Jonathan Stewart should be worth a pickup, at least a look at. And for teams that need a running back, Jacquizz Rodgers played well. He got 30 carries, I believe, Week 5, Monday Night Football. So keep tabs on that. Charles Sims is placed on IR, and Jacquizz Rodgers is basically a must pick up in most leagues. You know, a lot of people need running backs, and Jacquizz Rodgers is awesome. I like how he catches the ball as well. And hey, Doug Martin is still hurt, could be back this week or really soon. So keep tabs on that situation. James White must pick up in PPR leagues. Also keep tabs on Dion Lewis when and if he comes back this season. Keep in mind that Dion Lewis is injury prone, so if he does come back, hey, he could get hurt. Kenneth Dixon, talked enough about this guy. Eddie Lacy has a minor injury, so he might miss this week. So James Starks, very, very formidable pickup if Lacy is out. Bilal Powell, he was horrible first couple weeks. I was like, why did I draft this bum? And he's been playing, getting more fantasy points than Matt Forte. Didn't expect that. So I don't look for that trend to continue, but hey, running backs are scarce. Bilal Powell definitely worth a pickup. Matt Asiata is kind of coming true on what I've been saying. He gets those important carries, has more fantasy points than McKinnon, gets those goal line carries. He's been scoring touchdowns. Matt Asiata, great pickup at running back. Keep in mind, he's on bye. Justin Forsett signed with the Lions. This is nothing more than a deep league ad. The Lions, let's say Forsett is the starter remainder of the season. Lions are horrible. So I expect him to put up the same stats he has on the Ravens this year, which is basically nothing. But hey, you know, we got to put him on here. He is a running back and could be the starter on that team. Jay Ajayi, definitely worth a pickup in deeper leagues. Mike Gillislee and Andre Ellington are nothing but handcuffs. But hey, you may want to handcuff your stud running back, LaShawn McCoy or David Johnson, whomever it may be. For wide receivers, these guys are becoming must pickups really. Michael Thomas, Sammy Coates, Devontae Parker, Chris Hogan, Devontae Adams, and probably Jeremy Curley too. Now that we saw quarterback change, we don't know what's going to happen, but Jeremy Curley, I believe, will remain the #1 wide receiver on the Niners, so definitely worth a pickup. Eddie Royal's worth a pickup. Keep tabs on his injury. He should be getting really healthy soon. And, you know, as long as the situation is the same over there in Chicago, Cameron Meredith is worth a pickup. You know, this is more of a short-term fill-in, but who knows, man? He could be better. He could be good long-term, too. And Corey Coleman should be returning really soon. For extremely deep leagues, look at Torrey Smith. You know, new quarterback change. Hey, maybe Torrey Smith sneaks in a couple of those Kenny Stills touchdowns. Jermaine Kearse, Kenny Britt on the Rams, Dontrell Inman on the Chargers, and Dorial Green-Beckham on the Eagles. For tight ends, this is like a lot of people have been dropping tight ends, picking them up, so I don't know who's available in your league, but look at Julius Thomas. His elbow injury should be pretty much 100% if there is such a thing at this stage of the NFL season. Dwayne Allen's been doing well, then he sucked. Now he's doing well again. He should be on this list. Charles Clay, a pretty sneaky tight end right there. I like him this game and going forward. Antonio Gates, a lot of people dropped him, including me. Eric Ebron, Jesse James, Cameron Braid is on bye, and in deeper leagues, look at Richard Rodgers. It's a good fill-in against the Cowboys. Good matchup right there. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins makes for a deep league stash. And Lance Kendrick is nothing more than a deep league fill-in. For defenses to stream, the #1 defense to stream are the Titans defense going against the Browns. Sweet matchup right there. Steelers have a lot of upside this week playing against the Boo-Boo Dolphins. Buffalo Bills, man, they've been great. I shouldn't have dropped them in the Instagram Experts League. Man, they have just been awesome. They could be great the remainder of the year too. Rams D, Washington defense, Ravens defense, not bad. Been pretty consistent. Not a lot of upside, but pretty inconsistent. Decent upside this week going against Eli Manning. I see Eli having a good game, but hey, man, I was wrong last week. He didn't have a good game against the Packers, so who knows? Chargers defense, this is more just like throwing darts against the Broncos. They don't score a ton of points. Chargers defense isn't great, but, you know, could be good in a deep league. Lions defense, Bears defense, and if you're super desperate, look for the Niners defense going against the Bills with Sammy Watkins injured on a Buffalo Bills offense that doesn't put up a ton of points. For kickers, I really like Chris Boswell this week. I like Brandon McManus, had a good game last week. Chandler Catanzaro, Cairo Santos, Caleb Sturgis, Matt Prater's okay, and Nick Novak is good. And in deeper leagues, I got Phil Dawson and the tight ends kicker, Ryan Suckup. Hopefully you don't have to resort to those guys. And those are all my waiver wire pickups for week 6. Make sure you guys listen to the weekly fantasy football podcast. We call it the CouchCast. Airs every late Tuesday night. For most of you, that would be early Wednesday morning. So make sure you check out CouchCast every Wednesday morning, guys. It's a great fantasy football podcast. Doesn't take too long. I think most episodes are around 20-25 minutes. You have to check that out. Got to listen to it. You can listen to it on iTunes, Stitcher. You can subscribe on there, or just download the Fantasy Couch mobile app. Just go on the App Store or Google Play Store and search Fantasy Couch. You'll find our app right there. Make sure you guys like the video. Leave a comment below. Let me know if I missed any waiver wire pickups. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Look out for my next daily fantasy football video, guys. I'll be hosting another contest. Last week's contest was awesome, giving out dozens of prizes from there. Give prizes to everyone who didn't play yet and is their first time playing. So make sure you check that out. That new video will be up this week, and I'm about to go edit this video right now, post it, and get to the podcast, so check that out too. I'll see you guys on the next video.